Top 10 Best Things to Do in New York City. Number 1. Central Park. One of the best things to do in New York City is to walk through Central Park. After a day of bustling city streets, it's a beautiful spot to unwind and is free to visit. You can simply walk through it on your own, rent bikes and cycle a few laps around the park, or take a horse-drawn carriage ride, which is very touristy. Outside of the park, there are numerous bike rental locations. Take a stroll down the Central Park Mall to Bethesda Terrace, relax on the Great Lawn, and pay a visit to the John Lennon Memorial at Strawberry Fields while you're in Central Park. Kids will love to go for a ride on the Central Park Carousel, visiting one of the 21 playgrounds in the park, or visit the Central Park Zoo. You can also get a bite to eat at Tavern on the Green and the Logue Boathouse. Advance reservations are recommended. Number 2. 9/11 Memorial and Museum. Every American should visit the 9/11 Memorial and Museum at least once. As you enter the museum, you descend from the street to bedrock level, the foundation of the former Twin Towers, and are placed in a meditative mindset, forced to recall where you were on that fateful day. The historical center itself is a mind-blowing balance. It is grand in scale, contemplative in design, and intimate in execution. It pays tribute to the immense physical and spiritual loss. Number 3. The Cathedral of St. John the Divine. The Cathedral of St. John the Divine, located at 112th and Amsterdam in Morningside Heights, Upper Manhattan, is the 6th largest church by area and the largest cathedral in the world. There is a reason why these doors are open to hundreds of thousands of visitors each year. It is already worthwhile to visit the cathedral with its remarkable Gothic architecture, storytelling stained glass windows, and 17th century tapestries. Number 4. Statue of Liberty. If it is your first time to New York City, the Statue of Liberty is a must-see. This copper statue, which was a gift from France to the United States in 1886, greeted millions of immigrants in the late 19th century and early 20th century. Frederick Auguste Bartholdi was the artist who created the Statue of Liberty, and Gustave Eiffel was the one who built the metal structure. Libertas, a Roman goddess of liberty, is depicted in the statue. She holds the tabula ansata, which was signed on July 4, 1776, the day the U.S. Declaration of Independence was signed. You can visit just the Statue of Liberty, or you can combine the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island together as a round-trip excursion from Manhattan. You can climb the Statue of Liberty's base on Liberty Island or all the way to its crown. Because both of these choices require tickets in advance and frequently sell out, you should make sure to reserve them well in advance. Ellis Island was an immigrant inspection station, and approximately 12 million immigrants were processed here between 1905 and 1954. Liberty Island, the area of the Statue of Liberty, and Ellis Island are associated by ship with Battery Park, on Manhattan. It takes approximately 4 hours to complete the trip from Battery Park to Ellis Island, Liberty Island, and Battery Park again. You will take a ship from Battery Park to Freedom Island. Take the next ferry to Ellis Island and take a tour of the island after you've seen the Statue of Liberty. After that, catch a ferry to Battery Park again. Number 5. Broadway. Seeing a Broadway show is a unique and exclusive New York City experience for both locals and first-timers. Normally, Times Square is a drag, but when you're hurrying to Midtown Manhattan for a show, the bright billboards and lights don't just flash in your face, rather, they enchant you. The costumes, sets, songs, and stories of a Broadway show are fantasies. Broadway is also back after going dark during the pandemic. Exult in the return of well-known live performances like Six and Hadestown. Number 6. The Metropolitan Museum of Art. The Met has been New York City's cultural center for nearly a century and a half thanks to its forward-thinking exhibits and extensive permanent collection. With its Gothic Recovery-style building, notable layered advances, and focal park area, the structure is a sight to be seen. But step inside its great hall and you'll feel the overwhelming sense of possibility and discovery that lays beyond. If you've got limited time or compatriots with limited attention spans, start with the Temple of Dender, a 2,000-year-old soaring Egyptian temple, the only complete one in the Western Hemisphere. Number 7. The Empire State Building. The Empire State Building was the world's tallest building until the World Trade Center was built in 1970. Listed as one of the 7 wonders of the modern world, it was built in 1931. In addition to attracting visitors, the Empire State Building has been featured in numerous movies. The list is long, but the most popular films include Sleepless in Seattle, King Kong, An Affair to Remember, Elf, Independence Day, and Superman 2. A visit to the Empire State Building is more than just having a great view of the city. You will also be visiting a historical landmark and one of the most famous buildings in the world. The Empire State Building has 2 observation decks, the 86th floor outdoor observation deck and the 102nd floor indoor observation deck. The observation deck on the 86th floor is included in all tickets. You simply need to choose if you have any desire to pay out the additional cash for the 102nd floor. You can also purchase special tickets to visit the Empire State Building at sunrise, at nighttime, or both. Number 8. Brooklyn Bridge. One of New York City's many iconic landmarks, the Brooklyn Bridge is also a National Historic Landmark and one of the nation's oldest suspension bridges. It connects Brooklyn to Manhattan via 1 pedestrian and bicycle walkway and 6 lanes across the East River. The bridge is still walked across by tourists. While some people choose to visit other attractions instead of the bridge, it is truly one of the best ways to see the city and get a unique view of either borough for free. Although there are vendors selling water bottles, several reviewers warn that the bridge lacks shade and can get very hot in the summer. Additionally, many people advised visiting before 9 a.m. to avoid crowds and warned that it can get quite crowded. Number 9. Staten Island Ferry. It's an attraction, drawing tens of thousands of out-of-town visitors a year for a free ride across the harbor. That's right, no charge. The service is provided by the City of New York. The 5-mile ride lasts about 25 minutes. Passengers must disembark and then reboard to make the return trip to Manhattan. Travelers remark about the views of the Statue of Liberty, Ellis Island, Manhattan skyscrapers, and the bridges of Lower Manhattan. The ferry runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. During the weekday rush hour, between 6 and 9 a.m. and 3:30 to 8 p.m., service is provided every 15 to 20 minutes. During the weekends, boats leave every 30 minutes. If you're hoping for a leisurely ride, avoid rush hour because locals use the ferry to get between the cities. Go to the ferry's website to learn more about the official schedule. Number 10. Food tours. Known for everything from cheap eats to authentic international fare to Michelin-starred restaurants, New York City is a culinary hotspot and undoubtedly one of the best foodie cities in America. However, chances are you won't have time to experience everything the city has to offer in just one trip. One way to get a taste of New York's excellent cuisine across a variety of neighborhoods is to take a food tour. Whether you need to investigate a specific district or neighborhood, or even a particular cooking or dish, you'll track down a visit to mollify your taste buds. Despite the fact that tours vary in length and cost, previous visitors have praised the variety of food on offer and the knowledgeable guides. And that's all, folks. I really hope you enjoy the video. See you in the next one.